Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Leo. Thank you everybody for your comments about the singles readings being bi-weekly. I get it. All right, we'll stick to every week. And I did pick up a few other things and comments about finance, career, things like that. But only two out of a lot of people really asked about that. So maybe I'll work on that a little bit more. I'm sure there's more people who didn't comment. Work on that a little bit more on the weeklies. Maybe it's time to toss in some other types of readings in between still, because people are saying I want more love readings in general. So, all right. So I'm going to think about it all, see how I can work it out, give you what you want the best I can. All right, Leo, that card wants to come out. I see 9 of Wands, feeling a little defensive here. Okay. Get your guard up a little bit. And then we have 2 of Wands. Yeah, I may have a choice. A little guarded here about a choice. Maybe, it's planning on taking something to the next level, or you're making a life path decision. So I feel like your guard might be up. If it's not yourself, it could be someone else. So it really has to do with someone letting their guard down to take it to the next level. It's a life path choice decision often. Yeah, so 4 of Swords. So it's an energy of someone who's a little pinned down by their thoughts here, you see. Kind of feeling a little defensive, or often it's just somebody who's got walls built around themselves. It's someone who's obviously a little careful what they say, but they're pinned down by their thoughts. And I feel this is a person who's going to take a little pause, a little bit of a break, and kind of clear their head before they make any kind of a choice. But I do feel there's someone here who needs to let their guard down. In fact, it could be 2 people here letting the guard down. Yeah, see, there's been some heartache. So sometimes when people have been hurt, they're a little more guarded, a little less likely to let their guard down too easy. But like I say, taking some time to just kind of sleep on it, clear the head before there's a decision being made. Nice. Yeah, there's definitely been some heartache. Yeah. And we have the High Priestess. So this is somebody who's probably keeping that to themselves. They're likely not going to share that right away. But it's an energy of sometimes just trusting the intuition. See, trusting that intuition. It's just take a little pause. Take a little pause, sleep on it. Clear out all that negative energy. It's an energy of somebody healing from some heartache, you see. So they're guarded. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. Lovely energy. This could be yourself, could be the other person, but it's an energy of someone who's nurturing, kind, and caring, looking on the past with kindness and compassion. So there could be some kind of forgiveness there. Often it's just an energy of someone who, somebody here wants to nurture and care for someone. It's what they want. They're trusting their intuition. I feel someone here kind of already knows someone's guarded because there's been hurt. And it could be you, could be them. But I feel we have a Queen of Cups that's kind of open here. Okay. Somebody open to love, being kind and compassionate, nurturing. But I'll tell you one thing. The Queen of Cups is often a person who gives a lot, maybe too much. Okay, so maybe keep a little bit to yourself. Don't say too much. Don't push. Okay, don't push somebody away by doing too much. Okay, yeah, offering too much. Yeah, people are like that when they've gone through a healing. So I do see a little bit of a break here. Yeah, so there's some kind of regrets. Maybe somebody pushed someone away because they, were still healing from some heartache. So there could be an energy of looking at this. You may already know. You may be aware, or they're aware if they've done it to you. Yeah. 9 of Swords. A little regrets. A lot of unfounded fear is what it is. So, yeah. It's hard to let the guard down. See, yeah, been there, done that. But you see things are speeding up. I see communication back and forth. So someone here has been there, done that. You see, it's someone who pushes someone away. They don't want to, but they do inadvertently because they really aren't quite healed. They're not quite over something. I say the Queen of Cups is looking on this with kindness and compassion. But be careful it's not yourself pushing someone away for doing too much, giving too much. Okay? Yeah. Trust your intuition. It's going to guide you through this. And we have... Yeah, see, someone who rushed in and out. It's a person who felt pressured. Somebody felt pressured. It's connected to the Wands, you or them. Could be a Sag energy or somebody with fire. I see a little Pisces. See, someone trusting their intuition. Yeah. This is a person who will keep that to themselves. They're not going to share all of themselves. So like I say, I feel like it's someone who kind of rushed in and out, came in very quickly and then ran away because of the pressure. And so like I say, it almost feels like the Queen of Cups is inadvertently pushing someone away, giving too much too soon. But and it could be too, like I say, the other person pushes the Queen of Cups away, runs, someone who rushes in, very charming, enthusiastic. So you can have a lot of fun with this person, very passionate. But like I say, things are moving too fast. Somebody's moving too fast. See, it's a person who's not quite ready to take it to the next level. So yeah, one's moving a little faster than the other person. Interesting. Yeah, see, there comes the lack. This is somebody who then stops talking, stops communicating. You know, they're not reciprocating. They're not ready. It's a person who's not quite as ready. Well, it's often if you don't pressure this person, okay, you don't pressure them, they will let their guard down. It's just, you have to be a little more patient. But this is often a person who rushes in too, you know. They come in and maybe you're feeling a little guarded about taking it to the next level because it has to do with being careful what you believe, standing up for what you believe in. But I rarely see this card that way with this energy, the Two of Wands. I see it as guarded about taking it to the next level. You see? Someone could be having regrets here, maybe even both people. The High Priestess is in the center, the heart of the reading. Trust in the intuition. You already know everything you need to know. There it is. See? Another card coming out with intuition. See? This is energy of someone who's keeping it to themselves, secrets. But it has to do with shadow work. It has to do with someone facing some fears. The fear of being hurt again. You see? So it's you or them, but you know, that Six of Pentacles tells me the lack of reciprocity, but it has to do with someone giving too much too fast, where this person's like, I'm not ready for a commitment, or I'm not ready to go there yet. Whatever that level is, okay, whatever that level or path is, it'll be different for each of you. So interesting read. So yeah, if you have this person coming in and you feel they're a little guarded and defensive, and it could be because you're giving too much too fast. You're giving, you're being very generous, you see, but I feel they're not reciprocating it. They're literally running away because they're feeling pressured to move quicker than they want. But part of it's their own fault. You know, I can see it. Maybe that's why there's the kindness, compassion. I mean, you know, because sometimes this person will see it is their own fault in a way. They rushed in. They came in that way very quickly. So flip that any way you want. Take a look at it first, okay? Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. This is a reading that tells you how you can avoid somebody rushing in too quick, okay? If you're not ready to take it to the next level, then don't give too much too soon. Don't offer yourself on a platter. You see, just like this. You know, here's lunch, here's dinner, nurturing and caring. And it's because, if it's yourself, it's because you want someone to care for. But the thing is you won't get what you want from this person because it's too fast, too much information, too fast. So interesting. Yeah. So there it is. See, it has to do with being solid and reliable, planting the seed, the offer, you see? It's about starting it, but it has to do with it being reliable. Yeah, you might not be able to rely on this person. There we have, yeah, this is someone here who's single, someone who takes care of themselves, very independent energy. But it's also a person who's enjoying the fruits of their labor. This is a single person, so it looks like this person, it's kind of looking, it's a person who's could be protecting everything they worked for as well. But I feel it has to do with this person who maybe has been single for a while, a little defensive, guarded, you know. They're definitely single, but it has to do with putting their best foot forward, planting the seed. It's about building. So maybe you're offering too much to this person to quit. Maybe it has to do with committing to quit, wanting a commitment too quickly. Yeah. If you have a person who doesn't want to commit, they just want to be single, okay, don't give too much too fast, because it could go either way here, to be honest. The guarded, someone needs to let their guard down, but it's also an energy of pushing someone away. You see, pushing somebody away without even realizing it. So let's have a look at the Two of Wands. Yeah, see, little Aries energy here, the Fool, someone taking a leap of faith. So somebody could have some regrets and feel a little like a fool for, you know, taking a leap of faith. Just if somebody just throws caution to the wind, living in the moment is what I see, you see. But this person's a little more reserved, a little more private. So this may not even be, this could be just an energy of someone who's feeling pressured because things are moving too fast. Maybe you're falling in love too quick, or they are, you see. But the moon is shadow work, facing the fear of being hurt again. Somebody here is definitely ready to take a leap of faith, though, you see, throwing caution to the wind, taking a risk. So, yeah, there's the Star. See, healing, releasing, clearing out negative thoughts and energy. So it's a healing. It's an energy of someone's inner balance. It's a person who, somebody here needs to kind of go within, spend a little time within. It's a person pinned down by their thoughts. It has to do with someone's hopes and dreams, everything they could ever want. But it's sometimes that's the energy of pushing someone away. Yeah, so someone's hopes and dreams, absolutely. Yeah, see, there's the Knight of Wands, you know, coming in fast, seeing this is their hopes and dreams, everything they could ever want, but then things start to move a little too fast. It's a person who's not ready. They'll choose when they're ready. It's like somebody, it's a person who feels someone's making choices for them. So there, little Leo energy. There's the new. Yeah. Some of you too, like I say, I mean, you might be healing, taking a break in between. You may have something new coming in, but it's about facing the fear of being hurt again. So maybe you're guarded. So it looks like there's a couple scenarios or situations for people here. Yeah, there's the guarded, defensive. See, the fear, being guarded, being afraid of being hurt. Right in the heart of the reading. This affects both people. Someone pushing someone away. See, starting something, putting up the guard. Not really, it's an energy, my believer card. This is where it actually is that way. Believing that this person, okay, isn't going to hurt you. That's the issue. See, keeping secrets, hiding something. Now, it could be, like I say, someone who, you may have a person here who's rushed in and out. Maybe you took a risk with this person, offered yourself up to this person, loving and nurturing. But I still feel it's someone who ran away. They felt pressured. Too much pressure. The guarded, defensive. But it almost looks like, in a way, like both people are guarded. Okay? Yeah, the guard up. See, there's been hurt, but it has to do with everything becoming clear, everything being illuminated. So I do see healing and being ready. Make sure you've healed before you, okay, rush into something. Make sure you're over. It almost looks like you have someone here who isn't over something completely. They're almost there, but they're cautious. They're careful, okay, what they believe. There's mystery, confusion. See, this is where somebody, if you have someone who's not expressing themselves, they're not sharing, they're kind of private. This is a very private person often, even an introvert sometimes, little Virgo energy. Takes a little time to let their guard down. It's an energy of a person who's very careful, okay? But yeah, it has to do with the fear of being hurt, maybe even the fear of commitment. It's the person who runs. Yeah, because they've been there, done that. They've been there before. So, interesting read. Queen of Cups. I think these readings are going to be heads up. Giving you a little guidance. Yeah, see, the rejection. Thank you, but no thanks. Pushing someone away. Okay. So it's energy of failing. It's energy of missing an opportunity. I think we got two people who need to let their guard down, but I do feel it's an energy of, you know, maybe somebody rushed in and took off in the other direction. Take a little bit of a break. Clear out the negative thoughts. Heal from the past. Whatever this is, heal it. Let it go. Okay. Someone threw caution to the wind, though, and took a risk. And then was rejected. See, offered up that cup and then was rejected. Yeah, there it is. So it has to do with, see, putting in too much work, doing all the work, trying to build something before the other person is ready. But it also has to do with somebody putting in the equal amount of effort. So the Queen of Cups is sometimes a person who kind of does all the work. You see, the foundation, it's about building. It's the second pass, building the foundation, letting the guard down, somebody putting their best foot forward. See, Someone's putting their best foot forward, letting this see. It's like auditioning to be a wife. Okay? So that's where somebody goes, whoa, wait a minute. See? It's like it starts before somebody's ready. So, you know, there's definitely a fear of being hurt, more than likely both people. Because when somebody here, it's an energy of a person who, this is their hopes and dreams, everything they could ever want. So they kind of throw caution to the wind. They rush in, right? They rush in and then it starts to move too fast. So, yeah, I can see the energy here. Boy, plain and simple. Let's have a look at the Nine of Swords. Yeah, see? This is someone who pulls back and they're seeing things differently. I feel there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of that passionate, fiery energy, but there's something that feels off. This is where something starts to feel off. They're not putting in a lot of effort. See, where they stop talking or they start breadcrumbing, or lack of talking and reciprocity. See, it's a person who doesn't want to be pressured. It could be someone who's rushed into something before, threw caution to the wind, and then ended up hurt, rejected. So don't audition to be the wife. That's what I feel is happening, putting the best foot forward. Now, it could be this person seeing you that way or you seeing them that way. So it's about looking on it with kindness and compassion. It's realizing it's someone who's showing you they want to build, that they want to put the effort in, you see. But I feel it's just too much too fast. Yeah. Temperance, being patient. So it's all about being patient, see. Pulling back, seeing things differently. So someone who could be a little different than your usual type. And if you have this kind of energy where this is what always happens, okay, it's time to try something different, to be more patient, not to come in too quick, share too much information too fast. I feel someone here is trying to show someone who dresses nice, they take care of themselves, showing they're independent, you see. And they take that risk of nurturing, loving, caring too much, too fast. That's exactly what's happened here. If it's happened before, it's telling you to try something different. If that's the type, if you have a type of person and you've had this happen a few times, it's trying to tell you something. But it could be this person too. There's been heartache. There's been heartache. It's going to be exposed. See, it's hidden right now because someone's guarded about sharing that. Very private. Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is someone looking out for themselves, you see. But I feel the Queen of Cups puts that best foot forward, puts in a lot of effort trying to show somebody who they are, what they're made of, what they're capable of. Okay? The other person's not seeing it that way. It feels off to them. They're not used to it. You might be different than their usual type, but I can see the attraction though. This is something, that's their hopes and dreams. But like I say, I feel this is someone who really wasn't quite over something. So the Hangman, taking a pause, seeing things from each other's perspective. So if you've dated someone recently, this could be what's happening. Or you could be anywhere along this path. Everyone's path timing is different. Just take that moment to look at it from the other person's perspective. Okay? They feel like you want too much. They're not ready to give. Okay? But it doesn't mean they don't like you. You can have fun with this person because, you know, the Knight of Wands is creative and passionate and fiery, and they like to have a lot of fun. They can be very determined, but it's a Knight. They're not quite at that level. They're not quite at the same level. See, we've got a Queen and we have a Knight. So it's an energy of taking a pause, looking at things from a different perspective. Very strong Pisces energy. Cancer, maybe some Scorpio. I see Leo, Aries, Sag here. See, something new. Something new, shiny and bright. There's the offer. See, it has to do with offering the cup. So it's about being patient, waiting for them to offer it. Okay, not putting in all this effort trying to kind of win them over, to be the wife before you're the wife. It has to do with committing. Okay, someone who's not quite ready for a commitment. Now, some of you, definitely the scenario was they just want to be single. Okay, they just want to be single. They could have a fear of commitment because of it, but they rush in because they're very attracted. There's a lot of chemistry. So they kind of, that's the person who's attracted to physical appearance or that physical chemistry. Okay, That's how they're made. That's how they're made up. They may be different than you. Okay. Because when you compare the King of Wands to the Queen of Cups, you've got the Queen of Cups, for one thing, is on a different level. Someone who's loving and nurturing and caring and wants to build a relationship. But when you have the other person, it's someone who's ruled by their emotions, very emotional, right? The other person's ruled by that chemistry, the power, the fire. They're just different. That's all. They're just different. So if you've had this happen a few times, this could be something that you need to hear, to be a little more patient, to don't rush in too much too fast. Okay, see it from their perspective. But I have a feeling someone's going to see things from yours. I do, but it's both people. See, two people need to let their guard down a little. It's both people are being careful what they believe here. That, is this going to go anywhere? Is this what it really is? Is this what I'm seeing? It's a little confusing. It's often a person who gets a little confused about how they feel. You see, because we got someone here very open emotionally, and the other person's just little, I feel a little introverted, where it takes them a little more time. It really, I do often see that Nine of Pentacles is, especially with this energy, as someone who's a little introverted. Someone's going within, little introspection about this offer, this emotional opportunity. See? I feel it's about being patient, waiting for them to reciprocate. Now, it doesn't mean sit around and wait. Okay? If they don't reciprocate, definitely take other offers and don't sit around. But I think this person's looking at that cup. The cup runneth over with emotion. Because honestly, it's what they probably really want, but they're just not ready for it. I feel it's just saying to be patient. Give them a chance to let their guard down. Don't push too fast. Okay? Because I feel you got someone who kind of maybe pushed you away, or maybe you pushed them away that way. There's regret, missing an opportunity. It takes two people to build. Now, maybe it's yourself putting your best foot forward, trying to put a lot of effort in, but eventually they're not, you see. You might have, some of you could have a person who just wants to be single. They're not ready. Let's have a look at the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Chariot. See, it's an energy of someone being ruled by the emotion, but it has to do with determined to have success, you see. So I feel it's about looking at that. Okay, this could actually go somewhere. I actually feel like this person's kind of looking at this. If there's been a little pause and you've been seeing someone, this is what happened. They're likely looking at this different, but do try to see it from their perspective, because it has to do with control. See, they don't like being controlled. They like to make the decision when they're ready. It's all going to be illuminated. A lot of happiness. See, very positive. It starts lovely. It comes in. It's like, wow, this is everything I could ever want. It's like you're giving them everything they could want. So, and it's also a reminder, don't give someone everything they want. Don't offer all of yourself, because then they're already getting what they want. They don't really need to put any effort, because you're already doing it all. Okay, so there it is. See, two people. See, it's about this, about things being successful, making choices. I feel there's a connection here. I actually feel this is something that could go somewhere, but I feel this is somebody who put on the brakes. See, they put on the brakes, and I feel they're kind of regretting it. Maybe they pushed you away because of it, or you pushed them away without realizing it. So it's all about perspective. But there's the Chariot, someone determined, see, to have success. But it could be connected to the Queen of Cups, but I feel this is someone who's going to reach out, hoping that you're going to reciprocate, or you still feel the same. But what the Queen of Cups does is just gives it all, right? Don't act like the wife till you're the wife. There's nothing wrong with being nurturing and caring, or wanting to cook dinner for someone, but sometimes it's too much too fast for some people. There's a soulmate connection, friends first, two people seeing eye to eye. See, this could actually go somewhere. I feel this person's looking at that too. They're kind of pulling back, seeing things different, maybe after a little pause. See, so it's about not pressuring them. Don't block them, because, if you start blocking each other, Unless somebody does something really bad, or, you know, there's lots of little things with these energies, but, you know, use your own best judgment. But I feel this person wants to offer this cup. They feel more determined. They're more in control of their emotions. But it has to do with both people controlling their emotions, you see, and connecting, being on the same page, talking, you know, maybe it's not easy. If somebody's more emotional, or they want to know why someone's guarded, or start pressuring them, like putting them on the spot, putting someone on the spot to share their innermost self, their innermost secrets, they need to get ready first. You see, that's another thing I'm seeing here. The moon is about two people sharing their innermost selves, emotional intimacy. This is someone who's a bit of an introvert, I feel, not very good at it. So they could be doing some inner work. Okay. I feel they want to build. I do. I just feel like, you know, look at it from their perspective. And tell me more about the Hanged Man. Why is this here for Leo? If you're dealing with this person now, or it's something that's happened, take a little pause and look at it. Sometimes that can be healing too, you know, because maybe we got two people who blocked each other or pushed each other away. It's here twice. See, this is someone a little guarded. They're looking out for themselves. See, but I feel this, the Queen of Cups is the one putting their best foot forward, showing this person what you're made of, that you'd be a good partner, a good wife, you know. But they, you know, maybe they've been there, done that. They took a risk with someone. They've been there, done that, ended up being hurt. So, yeah, it's all about perspective, the Hanged Man. I feel for everyone watching, some of these things have probably happened already. So let's have a look at the Hanged Man. Yeah, see, someone here is very curious. Their looks shining a light. They're shining a light. You see, maybe you feel something is off with this person, but this is a person who's often curious. See, it's just a page. They're curious. They don't know how they feel at this point, but they're shining a light after a period of time and pulling back and seeing it different. So they're gaining some clarity and insight, you see? Yeah. Sometimes this energy too, I see, quite often actually, is a person who's curious, checking somebody out. They kind of pull back. It's a wallflower, someone who often sits at the back of the room and just watches for a while. Okay. It could be they're being careful what to believe. But for most of you, it's energy of two people pushing each other away. But I feel there's several scenarios. Tell me more about the Page of Swords. Yeah, the High Priestess, see? Someone going within, see? A little inner work going within, a little introspection. You see? Taking that little pause. And it's an energy of someone who takes a pause and looks at it and realizes they already know everything they need to know. You probably know all this. Okay, or they know enough that they need to know to let their guard down. But I do feel they're kind of they're very secretive, but not always for the reasons that a person thinks. Okay, because I'm not seeing anything here. I'm seeing heartache. I mean, maybe there was a third party situation. Maybe your guard got up because they rushed in and out. But I feel like we have two people who have different perspectives. I see a soulmate connection. See, it's about, again, another card of patience, side by side. It's about investing emotionally, okay, and being patient, hoping it pays off. See, someone here hoping their patience pays off. And we have Justice, see, being patient. It has to do with committing. And it also has to do with someone who's not sure. I can see they're shining a light. They're not sure you're the right person for them. They're not sure. They're shining a light. They're just at that curious. They want to know things. And this is somebody who kind of only tells you so much. You see, they only share a little bit. They don't share too much too fast. Yeah, they're not going to share their innermost fears or their innermost secrets with someone right away. Absolutely not. They're definitely guarded. I don't know if they have full-blown trust issues, but overall, it is an energy of trust. Yeah, letting the guard down. I feel it has to do with this person. See, there's the energy of making someone feel comfortable. The hostess with the mostess. But it's also about making someone feel comfortable. See, doing and saying all the right things and being patient. Yeah, we can see the Queen of Pentacles is generally patient because the Queen of Pentacles focuses on their house, their home, their money, things like that. But it also has to do with whether this person's actually right for you. I feel it has to do with giving too much too fast, things moving too quickly. Maybe they came in that way. For some of you, they came in that way and it's making you feel uncomfortable. Okay, they didn't come in right. Okay. But maybe they didn't come in right because they weren't ready. Not everybody realizes they're not ready, okay, that they're completely healed. We have to look at that too. It's up to ourselves when someone comes in to take that moment to look. Make sure they're coming in right, that they're right for you. If you feel uncomfortable and something feels off, it probably is. Okay? But it doesn't mean this person's out to hurt you. Okay? So there's definitely an energy of introspection. There's definitely an energy of going within, trusting your intuition. I feel like you already know everything you need to know. But one thing about this person, they're also looking at this perspective. They see marriage material. I feel it's just too much, too fast, overwhelming. You're different. I don't think this person's used to being treated that way. So yeah, there's a soulmate connection here. I mean, it's possible some of you are going to make a choice, maybe choose someone else, take another opportunity. Okay, maybe take another opportunity, but it looks to me like the Queen of Cups is the one actually missing the opportunity in some ways as just as much as the other person. So, wow. Yeah, see, emotional fulfillment. This is where two people are patient with each other. Relationships take patience. This is about temperance, right? Often I see this with this energy is people's temperament. Okay? People are different. Not two people are exactly the same. So it's about looking at it from their perspective. Maybe they made you uncomfortable, or maybe you did. Somehow inadvertently made them uncomfortable. Okay? But I actually feel right down here, it's where it's the Queen of Pentacles feeling uncomfortable. It doesn't feel quite right. It's too fast, too much. They're coming on too strong. They're in too much of a hurry to take it to that next level. And it doesn't mean commitment. The level could be the physical attraction, see? Friends first, talking, see? Putting all your cups on the table. Sharing all your hopes and dreams and your fears. Maybe even some hurts at some point. Yeah, see, this is what happens. They stop talking. They stop reciprocating because you're giving. You're putting all the work in. You're giving them everything. They don't even have a time to figure out how they feel yet. So there it is. Well, little lessons being learned here. But that throwing caution to the wind, taking a risk, see? So someone who's not as much of a risk taker. So it's about playing it safe. If you've taken risk before and then got rejected doing that, you're likely going to try something different and do things different. But again, it's from this person's perspective too. Rushing, charging in, throwing caution to the wind. This is everything I could ever want. But they didn't really think things through because they're just following the passion, the physical attraction. Someone who dresses nice, takes care of themselves. They look successful. You see? Yeah. They don't know everything. I can tell you that. There's things that are hidden. Don't give away. Be a little mysterious. Let this person discover you. Kind of on their own terms a little here. Interesting. Yeah, there it is. The birth of something new. The Empress, healing. See this beautiful healing energy? Being ready for love again. Some of you making better choices. I feel it's an energy of being open to healing, looking on this with kindness, compassion. Now, this doesn't mean you're accepting someone back. It's really about part of the healing process is looking on the past with kindness, compassion. But it's also about doing the inner work, learning to let your own guard down, but not also, again, not making that mistake where you inadvertently push someone away yourself by giving them too much. There's perspectives here. So I feel with the Empress, you've got this beautiful new energy, this beautiful healing. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot of abundance. See, because you're healing. You're not afraid of putting all your cups on the table. I don't think this person's 100% over a hurt. They started something before they were completely healed, because you obviously connected someplace, somewhere, and they just went for it. They probably didn't want to miss this chance, right? This opportunity. But then it becomes overwhelming. So little food for thought there if you're going through this. Yeah. Tell me about the sun. There's one more on the sun here. Yeah, see, there's hidden. There's a little confusion, things that are hidden. A little fear. This is somebody who doesn't want somebody to know that they're... Now, this is often a person who comes in pretty confident, but they're not 100%, obviously, with the Knight energy. But they come in that way. They just go for it. But inside, I feel this person's a little afraid of being hurt. The moon. But it has to do with shadow work, facing the fears, letting the guard down. Has to do with two people, emotional intimacy. But you see how that's here? It takes time. You see the time? Temperance, being patient. Again, the Seven of Pentacles, another card of being patient. It's about investing. Let this person discover. It's about being a little mysterious. The Empress has learned something, to be a little mysterious, not give so much so quickly. Let this person want to put in the effort, right? They want to. They'll want to put the effort in because you're mysterious. They want to discover the mysteries. So that's an Empress energy. It's not an easy thing probably to do for a lot of people, but it takes a little work. But it's about doing that inner work, trying something different, staying in that, being patient, focusing on yourself, taking care of you. Okay, showing that independence is a good thing, a little, okay, but not so much that you're so independent that you don't need anybody, because it's all about balance. The Empress is all about balance. So it's just a little bit of everything, but not too much of any one aspect. So very nice. I love the way this reading is coming out. See, there it is. There it is. See, there's positive news coming in. It's dating and courting and opportunities. Looks like you have an opportunity. You may seek out other opportunities. You can be open to other opportunities. You certainly don't have to sit around and wait. That's okay to, somebody doesn't want to commit. It's perfectly fine to date other people. But we know the Empress is a lady. We also know the Empress is gracious and kind, someone who makes people feel comfortable. So it's all about yourself feeling comfortable, but making others comfortable. So I feel there's somebody here. Some of you could have someone in your social circle actually checking you out. Okay, or it's this person looking at this Three of Cups, checking you out on social media to see if you're with anyone. Because I feel someone's going to reach out. They're hoping you reciprocate. But I feel this is someone who knows they need to offer their feelings, emotions. Okay. I feel you're going to get an invitation here. And it could be another person, because I do see other people. So if you have someone here who kept a secret and they had other people and they weren't invested, okay, and it started to feel uncomfortable, your intuition told you, okay, that something was off, trust in that energy. But we have to sometimes look at why it's off too. Because I do feel some of you are going to connect with this person, but some of you definitely are going to kind of take your power back. You're going to move on. But it's an energy of being more powerful with the Empress by doing your own inner work. Letting the guard down. It's in the heart of the reading. This is both people here, okay? In fact, everybody concerned. Guarded, defensive, not sure what to believe. It's confusing, Yeah. But there's the energy. Multiple opportunities coming in, yeah. You got an Emperor coming in. It's a person leveling up. See, it has to do with someone who's catching up to you. So that's why it's saying being patient. So, just if this is somebody who just wants to be friends first and they're willing to do that, I would say that they're pretty sincere, even if they have rushed away. But again, it's the same rule. Let this person discover the mysteries of the Empress. Okay? They're taking a little pause. They're looking at things different. You're different than their usual type. They need to conduct themselves accordingly as well. So I feel like you're going to be attracting other people to you because it's an energy of what you put out there coming back too. So some of you will definitely reconnect, or Like I say, it doesn't even look like there's a breakup. It looks like some little pause because this person rushed in quickly and then they're not talking to you, maybe breadcrumbing, or there's very little talk, if any, maybe none for some of you. And it is possible some of you have learned here not to give so much. Okay. It could be a lot of things, but I feel with the Emperor, you got a person who already knows everything they need to know. They need to try something different. They need to slow down and temper their passion. You see? Leveling up. It's mature, being mature. They need to offer the cup. You're sitting here open, and it could be other opportunities as well. The Empress always keeps her options open until someone commits. Dating other people. There's nothing wrong with dating other people, but it's being a lady. Okay, that's what this person's actually looking for too. So, but they're leveled up. This is somebody becoming an emperor. See, they're learning their lessons. Wow. So it's about being emotionally open, being able to put all their cups on the table, wear their heart on their sleeve, but again in a balanced manner. So see, Knight of Swords, this is someone coming in. See, there's that energy where they didn't think things through. This is someone who didn't stop to think things through. So they may have hurt you. Okay, it's possible this is someone who hurt you. But it's also an energy of someone who doesn't want you to get away. So this is someone possibly coming in more decisive. Okay, about putting their wearing their heart on their sleeve, putting themselves out there. See, this is a person who doesn't put themselves out there that way. Now, it's an introverted person. It's more about, it's not like they don't go out or socialize. And they actually could be quite a bit of a homebody, someone who spends a lot of time alone. But I also feel they're a person who doesn't put themselves out there emotionally right away. They don't share everything about themselves. They've likely been taken advantage of emotionally before too. Been there, done that also affects them. You see? So it's someone who's trying not to be ruled by their emotions because they've allowed their emotions to rule them before. They put themselves out there and someone took advantage of them and hurt them. So it's all about perspective. Okay? That's why the Empress looks on the past with kindness, compassion. You know, it doesn't mean you have to reconcile or give this person a chance at all. But it's also, again, part of the healing process. So beautiful. Take care. I wish you guys the best. I hope this is somebody that you're going to connect with here. I do see two people putting all their cups on the table. I see a date, an opportunity. But if you have a choice between two, it's very possible there's someone here that you aren't going to talk to again. You're no longer going to give to them, especially if they do it twice. Okay. Or maybe you have a habit, a pattern, or a type who does that. Okay. Maybe it's yourself who has a type where you, and because of that, it's people who take advantage of your kindness, your generosity. See, the Empress only offers so much. So there it is. Take care. We'll see you soon.